welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we are taking a cheeky look at Stellar Lumens. They've released its 2021 roadmap, so we're going to get into that, take a look at what is going on with that roadmap, but then get into the price action of XLM. We'll take a look at the chart, see what we can see, what is going on with the XLM token. So as always, if you find this video useful, informative, and maybe there's a little bit of entertainment in there, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it, as do I. And if by chance you are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, so with all that said and done, Chris, shall we jump on over to the desktop and take a look at this fantastic 2021 roadmap for Stellar Lumens?
Before we do, I just want to mention, I know it's not a Cardano video, but don't forget we do have a Cardano stake pool now. You can find this on the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪 or the Atomic wallet with the ticker 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪. It'd be great if you want to delegate to our Cardano staking pool and mint blocks with us. But yeah, Nick, let's get into it.
Fantastic. Right, Stellar Lumens team has released its 2021 roadmap. So in brief, to keep it really summary, if you just want to know the top line stuff here, basically the team behind Stellar has released its roadmap for 2021. The roadmap has three main strategic pillars: support of robustness, the usability of Stellar, increase the public knowledge, and foster sustainable use cases. And basically, this comes as number one rival. It's not really a rival, but that's how they want to phrase it in this article. Ripple faces a number of legal issues, and I think a lot of people are familiar with what's going on there. But let's take a look at Stellar. Right, that's what this video is all about. So, Stellar Lumens XLM team has released its vision of the future in its 2021 roadmap, with growth as its main theme. So grow, right? And Stellar XLM team published its 2021 roadmap today, setting out its vision for the years ahead and beyond. The prevailing theme of the much anticipated roadmap is growth. And why wouldn't it be? I think anyone wanting to grow a business or has a business, in 2021 will want to be growing it. So I don't think they're going to come out and say, we're not going to grow it. So growth was the obvious theme. Specifically for something as young as the crypto space, obviously every crypto project here wants to grow. So specifically, the team wants to grow the number of developers using the network, its volume of transactions, and public awareness of the team's projects, and that's fantastic. So the team also laid out three strategic pillars, and who doesn't like a strategic pillar, Chris? A foundation for things to come. So it's great to see. It, right? So these include supporting the network's usability, the visibility, and fostering sustainable development. So this vision for Stellar and the ecosystem can only be achieved by focusing on technology, ecosystem, policy, brand, and use case development. Okay, so in addition to the Stellar Development Foundation, the SDF sets out a number of aims to increase its diversity of ideas. And so to build technology, tools, and products that are solving problems around the world requires us to be curious, rigorous, and creative in ensuring that we embrace and reflect the needs of the regions that we seek to support. And, that's a really strong paragraph, right? Because ultimately, you want to be, if you're getting involved in this crypto space, the whole idea behind it is solving those real world problems and bringing real use case to the space, right? And in order to be able to do that, you do have to be curious. You do have to come up with new creative ways to solve those problems, and you have to be very rigorous in those attempts. So a really, really strong paragraph there. Ever developing and ever performing, Stellar Lumens had a fast-paced year in 2020 in terms of development, with a number of high-profile collaborations. In July, Samsung announced its blockchain key store would include Stellar's blockchain. The integration allows Stellar users to store things such as private keys on several Samsung Galaxy devices. Basically, this product this gives Samsung's millions of global users direct access to XLM through smartphones. Moreover, cryptocurrency exchanges and wallet providers 𝗕𝗓𝗪, in whom SDF invested $5 million, plan to use Stellar Network to provide banking services to clients. And the company's CEO, Bill, said that the following about the partnership. This allows customers and consumers to, for example, people who aren't even familiar with cryptocurrency to store dollars and even significant interest in those dollars and earn significant interest in those dollars. Absolutely fantastic stuff going on with Stellar, and we don't have to talk about the fantastic things that have happened because there's been so much of it, and I think a lot of people are familiar, at least if you follow this channel, you'll be kept up to date with the majority of the XLM partnerships and things that come out. So XLM, Stellar's native token, also performed extremely well over the course of 2020. It rose from 0.049 or 4.9 cents at the beginning of the year to 31 cents at press time, and an increase of over 500%. So currently XLM is ranked 10th in terms of market capitalization. What's next for Stellar, people often think, and we give our thoughts and opinions on this as well when we get into the price chart. But for this article, they go over a few things, right? They say, well, if past performance is anything to go by, Stellar is set to have a busy but promising year in 2021. Taken with the growth of ambitions and the strategic pillars in the new roadmap, and things get even better. Stellar might also benefit from the halting of partner interest in its main rival, Ripple Labs, which I disagree is a rival, but there you go. Due to its ongoing legal woes, and they're not really woes, they're just FUD, but each to their own. As both are payment network solutions, people often pit the two against each other, and they really shouldn't. We did a video on this, didn't we, Chris? And we do recommend people check it out. It's basically XRP versus XLM. Check it out because they are doing different things and they're two very different use cases. Both are going to do incredibly well for different reasons, and I do suggest checking it out. It'll give you maybe a little bit more of an insight into what's going on. So they're not really rival. They have the same co-founder, etc. And they do get blurred. The lines do get blurred between the two, but they shouldn't really. They are quite distinctive. But Stellar's supporters always point to its decentralized nature as the principal advantage, and not sure I agree with that, but okay. And with this under scrutiny at Ripple Labs, maybe Stellar can take the lead. And again, Ripple's really focused on one issue that they're trying to solve. Stellar has multiple different things that they're trying to do, and they don't really tend to cross over too much. And in terms of decentralization, XRP is incredibly decentralized because it runs on the XRPL, and it is, in a lot of different places around the world. It is not centralized by Ripple. Ripple, in fact, only run, I think, like 7% of the nodes for XRPL, yeah. So yeah, I would say that you can't say that Stellar is decentralized and Ripple Labs. Well, I don't even know why you're saying Ripple Labs, because Ripple Labs is not even XRP. So XRP is decentralized. Ripple Labs is just a software company that utilizes XRP in the same way that Ripple Labs could be using the XLM if they wanted to. Right? It makes no real difference. But
and anybody could use the XRPL.
And anyone can use XRPL, yeah, in the same way. So
I kind of feel like sometimes the reason why the lines might get blurred a little bit is because banks want to also use the XRPL to put their CBDCs on, right? It's not just the Stellar blockchain that banks are looking at. So that might be where the lines are getting blurred slightly. However, Ripple are not focusing on that per se.
No, Ripple Labs don't even have a blockchain, whereas Stellar do. So you really have to understand what's actually going on. But these guys, they get a broad idea of Stellar for sure. They understand what's going on at Stellar, but they kind of get themselves a bit confused when they talk about XRP and Ripple Labs. They're two different things, but they blur the lines. But anyway, let's get into, Chris, the chart for XLM, because this is where the price stuff really kicks in, right? And this is the stuff that everyone's relatively interested in. This is what it all kind of crooks down to for many individuals. What is the price? When's it going to moon? And all that kind of good stuff. So here we are on the daily for the Stellar Lumen or XLM to the USD on the daily, right? So here we have a Fibonacci retracement with the extensions enabled, and we can see the low level here was set to the 17th of November. We had the high triggered in and locked in at the 25th of November. We saw we had lots of sideways trading, hitting some key areas on this Fibonacci retracements, hitting some supports and bouncing up to the upside. We actually hit that first price target of 32.3 cent pretty quickly. That was taken out of play on the 6th of January. We consolidated down afterwards, hitting this old high level, which was the 2.3 cent, which was the level that we had marked out on the 25th of November. We came down, consolidated there and bounced up again, hitting that price target of 32.3. Now, obviously, we hit major resistance at 37.5 cent, and that's where those wicks were at the top here. And that's been a bit of a problem for us for a while. We actually ended up trading sideways within these two red bars as well that you can see on the screen vaguely. Those were 32.4 cent at the resistance level and 30.4 cent at the support level. We were trading sideways in there for a while, and we had the Bitcoin correction here, this particular candle, pulled us below that level. It became resistance at the 30.4 level. Very, very frustrating stuff. Sorry, it wasn't. It's the 27.2 level. Sorry, we're currently trading at 30 as we record this video. So the 27.2 cent, support became resistance in this particular area here. And most recently, we broke back in on the 28th of January, and it was really good times to get back into this zone because it was trading down here for a week or so, and it was good to get back up. Then, obviously, the next day on the 29th of January, we actually had the wicks piercing right back up here, but there was so much selling pressure that it came back crashing back down. The green day, was following. We looked at this on the 30th. We actually drilled in, and we could see that we were going to see another red day in terms of a candle because there was just too much overbought status on the RSI. So as we drill down deeper into this, we can take a look at that 4-hourly view. We'll get a bigger picture of what was going on. Here we can see the negative MACD cross most recently that's symbolizing this particular candle here. And ultimately the RSI correcting accordingly. So the RSI, we were overbought up here, and that was symbolizing that particular wick there. Okay, and it was important to understand that when this happens and we get into this zone, we are going to come crashing down for a little bit. And the correction wasn't too harsh, it was okay. We're still within our red zone here, which is nice considering where we were. And most recently, our RSI is indicating a level of 54. Okay, so if we pull this down into the 1-hourly view, the most granular I like to go down to, I don't go any lower than 1 hour. But on here, we can see that the MACD is currently in a negative position, and the RSI has come down relatively low, but stabilized, and it's about 43 currently. So there's plenty of room to the upside on this if the time were to come. Right now, personally, I think it would be nicer to get closer to the 30 so that we have more room to the upside, but nonetheless, trading sideways in between a couple of our support and resistance barriers here, 30 cent and 30.9 cent. There's an area that we've been looking at for quite some time as well. I'm going to just pull that in for you. So it's basically in this little zone here at the moment. These are relatively weak resistance and support areas, but nonetheless, they're important because we are currently trading in there. Now, if I go ahead and really review this on a bit of a granular level, we can see the massive spike that we had over here is basically when that RSI was indicating overbought, and then we came crashing down, but not too far. We stabilized right in here at around the 40 level. Hitting that 40 level at this low level here gave us a very minimal amount of space and time to get up to this upside again, which petered out here. And it's saying reconsolidating down not too low on this RSI and got us into this middle section. And then obviously another top came in just here. Now, in most recent days, where we are currently in this zone and finding that support at 30 cent, we are a little bit low on this RSI, but it's not a significant amount that could see massive gain to the upside. So volume's really going to have to be the thing that really helps drive it going forward. The higher the volume, which we saw in this motion to the upside, was absolutely massive. So if something similar could happen during the next sort of day or two, we could eventually break out of our 32.4 resistance area and actually get some closing up here. Getting some closes in here would be key to ensuring that we can move towards our next price target, which will then make me go back to our daily view. And on this daily view, what I'm going to do is just consolidate this down a little bit and show you what it's looking like. So currently we have taken out of play that 32 cent. We've already hit that one. But we do have the next price target, Chris, which is 47.3 cent for the XLM token. There's quite a bit of work to get there. Obviously, we have to break through the 32.4 resistance area. This is a bit of a major one that we have to breach through and stay above it, get a close in that zone. So closing in here would be really, really nice. We obviously have that major resistance of 37.5, which closing above this area is going to give us a good, strong motion towards getting to 46 cent. 46 cent is the next area of resistance after the 37.5. So we can see pretty quickly that we can move from 38 or so straight up to 45 cent or 46 cent in that zone. Getting past 46 could be problematic, and we might have to, start trading sideways for a little while in this area. But getting to 47 cent is a key space for us. After that, we're talking about 62 cent, and then after that one, 71.7. Now, by no stretch of the imagination, are these the limits of XLM? These are just the immediate short-term or medium-term price predictions that the MACD extensions are highlighting to us. Those are the most probable outcomes, key areas to be focusing in on according to the low level and the high level of our Fibonacci retracement. So ultimately, things are going to be getting interesting as the year progresses. Lots of fantastic development work is happening with Stellar. The roadmap's fantastic. The recent news and articles that have been coming out around use cases of Stellar and the XLM and the USDC and the Euro B, all of that good stuff is really helping drive the price further forward as well. And yeah, I guess anything you want to add, Chris?
I think those price points will be hit relatively, soon. I just kind of feel like in the immediate future, there's lots going on in the space, isn't there? Particularly around XRP and stocks and silver and all this sort of stuff. So I kind of feel like, we probably need things to settle down a little bit. So maybe possibly a little bit of sideways action for a while. But, just my opinion.
Absolutely. So as always, guys, if you found this useful, informative, maybe a dash entertaining, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really appreciates it. I really appreciate it. And I like to think that you all appreciate it too. And if by chance you're still not yet subscribed to the channel, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all this said and done, we hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.